Hey guys, I have a let's call it a knife review. I'm gonna name it a knife review. I just wanted to give you a quick look on a new knife I have gotten. This is the Victorinox Alox Solo, or it's marketed also under Soldier. There is another Soldier version which has 4 tools, but this one has just a single blade, as you can see. This is quite a weird knife. My weirdest Victorinox by far. I am I'm a little bit disappointed, and I still like it. That's why it's so weird. Now, it's a 93 millimeter. By the way, listen to that snap. That closes with authority. Now, a 93 millimeter body, and let's see here. This is a usual Victorinox officer's knife, which is a 91 millimeter model. So they differ in size, just a tad, but still. And the most important thing is their blades really differ. So as you can see, the one on the Alox Solo is not only longer, it's quite wider, and it has a more pronounced secondary bevel, as I have found out. So also, let's get another knife on the table. This is the Alox Bantam 84 millimeter version. Now, it has the combined bottle opener, cap lifter, and this cable thingy. I don't know what it's called. Now, it has 2 tools, alright? The blade and this combi tool. This one only has a blade. Now, look at the thickness. You can see that in the light. The 84 millimeter Bantam is super thin. Once I open it up, and Alox stands obviously for aluminum oxide. So aluminum is not as strong as stainless steel, but look how thin this is, and doesn't flex at all, even with a lot of pressure put onto it. Super thin. I have a ruler here, and comes in at about 6 millimeters. 6 mil. This one, of course, this one has quite a thicker blade stock. You can see that, but it's definitely thicker. Of course, it's longer and it's wider too, but it is almost not. No, it's 90 mil thick. 9 millimeters thick. 9. This is quite wide because this folder, this Kershaw, is by far my thinnest folder, locking folder in my collection. Thinnest locking folder. That's important to say. It's a chill, by the way. Fantastic knife. My second. I lost my first. So look how those two compare. I think they differ in half a mil thickness, but come on. This one has stainless steel liners. It has G10 handles. and it offers quite a lot more blade. Wasn't a lot more expensive. So there you have it. Of course, this one is a completely different, let's say it in not in fancy terms, POU. Completely different. This one I primarily got because I wanted a food prep knife for work. I didn't want to use my primary knife for the day for food and, you know, opening packages and having glue sticking to the blade and everything, and cutting up an apple with it. I didn't want that. I used one of my many opener knives in the past, but cleaning them is quite a hassle. You have to take care of them because most of them are made of carbon steel, and the wood doesn't may not get wet because it swells up, and the blade doesn't open as well anymore. So I just wanted this very easy to clean knife, and oh, you can see that the little gap between the back spring and the scales lets through quite a bit of light. And also the fit and finish on this one. Well, no, let's get back to the opener. The opener knives, I don't have one on the table right now, but they have completely full flat ground blades. I usually use the number 7 or number 8. They have full flat ground blades, very thin. Don't roll as easy as one might think, but fantastic slicers. This one has also a full flat ground blade, but due to the very thick stock up there, it's not as tapered down as the opener one. So I cut up some fruit earlier today, and it didn't do such an awesome job. It performed very well, of course, but the opener was just a little bit better. So that's the truth. And now the fit and finish. I hope you can see that, but from the scales to the outside, from the gap here, you see this kind of cracked finish. Yeah, it's not a finish. It's not purposely on there, but it looks kind of cracked, and I think it's on the back as well. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. That means that the scales were, well, harmed during the process of putting this knife together. This one, the 84mm, doesn't have anything like that. This one is flawless, pretty much flawless, and that's what I generally expect from a Victorinox knife, because this one is a weighter, Ecoline scales, the matte ones, very resistant. This one got thrashed on. This is worn and awesome worn, and even the thickness between those, yeah, not a lot, really not a lot. And this one has the 84mm blade, also this cap lifter, bottle opener, and can opener tool, and the corkscrew. Also the tweezers and the toothpick. So thickness wise, I don't know who I would recommend this to, because I got it specifically for food prep, and I would say you should get this for food prep as well if you want to get it, because as a primary blade, no. So much better options out there. It's quite hard to get out because of the very strong backspring, which is not a bad thing because you can't really close it even when using a lot of force. But come on, it's a Swiss Army knife. It's Victorinox. You won't cut down trees with this, and yeah, with gloves. okay, mechanics gloves do quite a good job, but other gloves, forget about it. You can't open this knife with thick gloves on. So this is more of a classy looking, very easy to clean food prep knife, maybe a knife for your suit, a gentleman's knife, but I generally use other knives with that purpose. So I'm not sure what to think about this knife. I have expressed my feelings about it here, and I'm a little disappointed by the fit and finish Victorinox did on that. The job Victorinox did on that. I'm not gonna send it back because it doesn't have any flaws. It works perfectly fine, but I expect perfection. Even for the price, I think I paid about 14 euros and 50 cents for that. Would be about, well, 19 to 20 US dollars chip. And yeah, I expect perfection. I don't know why, but I think Victorinox does expect perfection and extremely high quality control from their products as well. I know that for a fact, and it's not a reason to send it back, but I'm not super happy with this like I am with this one or this one. And yeah, let's do just a little size comparison in the end, because I have some plates on the table. On here I also have a Samurai Moose 710. So just for fun of it. Also a CRKT Cento Fonte Tribute 2. Yes. Fantastic knife. There's a lockback, micarta scales. Also very thin. Extremely thin, and it locks. So yeah. And the all-around Spyderco Tenacious. So just to give you a size comparison. That's it for now. If you want to, you can certainly subscribe to my channel. I will have some other reviews lined up in the future. Have a good night. Goodbye.